That could have been a Sedrani, folks. And now suddenly with the Nocturne and the Aatrox and the Leona diving in, the Renata becomes good again. And On gets himself a good Renata angle. Which I worth noting that Elk has gone for the on-hit build. Wonder whether this could have been a poke angle. I think I know that, look, poke Varus would have been, you know, worse with the Renata, but it's still, you know, put it this way, Viper would have gone for it because he's so good at that poke Varus. So maybe Jack looks, he's been a big player of that too. Way on top side. He's level 3, he is full build Poppy. Can he get... No, ZDZ's positioning away from the wall, which makes things a little bit harder, but the grounding comes through, and he can't flash forwards from Xiaohao, and he'll get himself a kill in return. No wall stun, and now Xiaohao full stacks that Conqueror. Xiaohao, you have to feel getting the better of the early jungle matchup in this last game of the day so far. 1 kill, some CS taken. He has a lot of camps to take himself too. There is even a chance he could go for the Raptor retake, but I think that'd be a little bit dangerous with Knight being able to teleport back with full HP if he wanted to. Not bad though from Xiaohao. Ooh, turret shot goes on to Elk, and now the Ignite comes through. Another poor 2v2 coming through. He can't get himself the bailout as Wink lives. Arn and Wink reunite after a year apart. Oh, that's good. I appreciate those. That's good. I appreciate that. Back to Nar Aatrox. I guess there's no Renekton there. Hang on a second. They don't see the enemy jungle in here. On Elk, you have to be so careful. Once again, they're not reading the minimap. Wink walks up, gets handshook away. On flashes through, but I think he could be in trouble anyway. Xiaohao's so fed, so powerful. And once again, Elk and On do not have minimaps, and they walk up and they die. They did not track the enemy jungle well enough. Maybe it's a whole team issue, not spotting out where Xiaohao is on the map. But clearly, LPL teams have zeroed in on the fact that Elkanon can become disconnected from the map, misjudge where the enemy jungler is, and get punished. Is there a teleport to come through? Knight has level 7, and he has himself a flash, and ult. Wei is actually not that tanky here. There is a chance of something nasty happening. Arn, I don't know if there's that much to be happening here. Oh, there is. Yes, there is. Electrocute comes through from Knight and gets them a kill back. Now the overstay comes in from Arn and Wink. But it does start by BLG having that oft-seen weakness in that bot lane. Pretty good into Varus, and Talia Ezreal outranged the Varus, especially as on hit. The Renata has a pretty good time into the Leona Aatrox Nocturne. Poppy's pretty good into Aatrox. That's a decent ult coming through there. Wink, once again, though, walks forward. Great peel play from Wink. He might end up dying for this one, but he does a really good job of buying time for his AD carry. Wink, really good position to just say, look, this is full contact team fighting. You go onto my carry, I slap you back, and that's exactly what's happening now. And here comes Xiaohao from BLG's own jungle. It's a fantastic Renata ult, but it's not enough. Bin gets the kill, though, onto the Ezreal, so no AD carry. Will that be the difference? El goes onto his bailout, but I don't think it's enough. Knight does have himself an ultimate and will claim another kill. 3 for 2 so far, rather, excuse me, as Knight, while he's left on his own, they'll make it into a 3 for 3. BLG, I'm not sure they expected Xiaohao to come flying out of their own territory. The Hexplate Nocturne at this point in the game, so powerful. It's a 3 for 3 AD carry. Knight sadly has to go under turret, doesn't have another mobility ability to get out. He gets himself 1 kill, but that's it, really. Bin, Meganar alone on turret, does not have himself an ult for another couple of seconds, and that might just be it. Can't clear out the wave, another kill. Renata's left on their own now. Not able to do that much. Who else is coming up? Wei and Elk. Not really sure they can do much here either. Remember, EDG have 6 scrubs. This is a good game from them. BLG find themselves falling behind. They did against WN. They could clutch it back. EDG, let's see if they can stay ahead in this case now. Xiaohao, wonderful game from him. A bit about that. Good aim for a wall stun here. He's in range. If ZDZ walks forwards, might not be the case. Can he get it? Oh, he does. Wall stun comes through. Handshake will come through soon after that. Well done to Popped, and some healing comes through. That's a hell of a lot of healing from both the Sundered Sky and from the passive. That Deathbringer stance. Bin wants to get himself in there. Another Sundered Sky proc, but it will not be enough. ZDZ blows flash blows, ults, and can't survive. Turret goes down on top side. On bot side as well, but still, first turret of the game goes over to EDG, and that will net them the feats of strength. BLG will have to contend against that now. Harold started up. Bin gets himself a lot of gold, but does feel like EDG, down, not BLG, falling behind strategically. Mid lane pushed in. That's a Paranoid going onto the Gnar, who's not got any mini. The Fear Tether has broken, and the flash combo missing from Angel. Bin somehow survives on that side, and it's such an important survival. No Mega Gnar. Would have been dead if the CC had hit, but survives all the same. Now Dragon started up. Yes, they lose themselves in mid lane out of turret, but they'll get themselves to Hextech Soul Point. From what was looking like a losing scenario, BLG claim themselves hell of a thick silver lining. Thick with 3 C's. It's like C for silver. That's how I feel like I can instruct you all so much in the English language. Especially when I'm so correct about everything I do in the English language. Bin, 1,000 gold ahead, doing really well. That's a good stop, though. He was on a ward, but that's a lot of members. EDG might have overestimated themselves. There is not enough healing in this Aatrox's tank, and he goes down for free. Overestimated, thought they could get a pick off on the wall, and EDG get punished hard. He's gonna get stopped on the save recall. On, buddy. Getting stopped on your recall there once is fine. A second time, maybe not, folks. English, what a terrible language. Yeah, I know, right? Mikhail's an honest worth noting. They came in and then elevated them to a team that could reach finals in LPL, finals in MSI. Doing a great job in summer as well. And then after that, when Knight came on board, God, they turn on the afterburners really. And holding a second angle, making sure that the Talia can't just shut off the fight. Dragon started. Ezreal forced away, but Xiaohao still here. It will have to be. A Smite Sealer comes in, and it is taken by the Poppy. Hextech Soul, and the slows and damage comes through. BLG get what they came for, and I think they'll be leaving with a couple of kills extra as well. Knight gets another Hextech Soul proc down, goes straight onto the Leona. Wink and you miss it, goes down. More of the blink of death, really. Those eyes are not opening again. EDG, they flub the setup. Knight goes around the side and has flash, and he goes through with a Protobell. Angel is met with a Knight of Death. Triple kill for Knight Sakali. Clinical as you like, a smile on his face and a Hextech Soul in his back pocket. BLG will go straight towards that dragon. Screw the Atakan, they'll get themselves the Baron itself. And EDG may have just seen the game completely slip away from them. Nightmare finally living up to Far East legend with 1,000 sounds legendary. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, Knight, what a player. He has become some heads. And now suddenly that Hextech Soul gonna get even more powerful. With the Renounced Atakan, it does affect the bonuses you get from neutral objectives. That does include the soul itself. And of course the attack speed and the cooldown reduction you get from those Hextech Dragons. The heal and shield buyout value and the tenacity from the single Chemtech and the out of combat movement speed from the Cloud Soul 2. 35 petals as well to the name of BLG. They are very, very happy. Remember, that gives you adaptive force, and that'll get amped up by the death cap of Knight. Now you're thinking like an arena builder. One of the biggest things about arena is just getting random, you know, Knight giving some poor performances over the years. And yeah, I think actually maybe that's misjudged sometimes. Not all the time. Yeah, I think particularly, I think Worlds 2020 was definitely... Oh, good damage onto Elk from On. Now suddenly the play is on. The Poppy W comes through, waits out the Poppy ultimate, and Xiaohao goes on a one-man mission, which leads to the death of Elk. ZDZ cleans it up. It's a good play coming in from the Renata ultimate. Knight into the backline, but I don't think he can carry this now. And indeed, he can't. Knight flies in and gets absolutely swatted. Is it enough with Bin with a Meganar stunned by the minefield? And I think EDG might have found themselves the fight. ZDZ gets another bailout ticking in. Bin gets one kill, and the bailout comes through. BLG trying to play through into 3v3, but they don't have the two main Darish dealers. And that will lead to a 2 for 3 in favor of EDG against the run of play. BLG, after a fantastic combo from Arn onto Elk, pounce and make this game a bit more of an open question again. How likely is it for them to have a repeat of that performance where Elk has all of his health deleted before he can do any damage himself? Going in towards the last inner turret here now. Taken down easily. Not the best thing ever. Can't get out of the fight now, and it's easy to get pinned into it. One of the worst things about Hextech Soul, flash forward, and Wink doesn't have himself a flash now. As we said, once you get into the fight, you are stuck into it. Wink goes down. Both eyes shut. Goes back towards the base plate, and that might just be the opening towards the Elder. Xiaohao spotted on the red buff, and Akali starts to go in. Angel has no extra ability to defend this one. Knight goes potentially around onto the flank. Another kill comes through. Elk has to flash away, though. Some good damage came in from Arn and from Angel. The E comes down from Ezreal. We'll have to cool down back up again soon. But with no smite and no supporting cast, I think BLG will be very easily going up towards the Elder and taking that one. That should be potentially the last big fight of the game. No Elder Steel to come in from EDG. They do have an Ezreal, I suppose. It's coming in too early, though. It won't go down at that point. EDG lose themselves a couple of kills and the Elder. Much better setup from BLG this time. Even though Elk did actually end up having to flash. They're bluffed again instead of running straight over towards the Dragon. Both can get CC'd in and they're too far away from their damage. Call out in chat as well as Lorindy's saying that On missed a lot of Qs. Yeah, he did. Not really sure it makes that much difference though at that point, sadly. Very, very hard to turn the fight at that point. Way walking forwards using the Hextech on the Buckler. The Hextech Buckler. Nasty stuff walking forwards again. Remember they have Elder now. That extra damage racking up and up can be so powerful. 2-level advantage in jungle. Wade's been much more powerful than I thought, you know. Much better in the late game than I thought. BLG making good use of that Poppy. Bin level 18 has an Elixir of Iron as well. The Poppy ultimate trying to stop them from defending the towers potentially. Puts it on cooldown though. On, caught out by an ultimate, and Bin goes in and does the dirty work himself. Nocturne goes down, and the paranoia solely belongs to EDG. Another Elder Dragon burn comes through as Knight gets a kill. The Tombo's poorly timed as Knight does not go down to that and will take his second kill of the fight. BLG clean up the mess. Poppy ult takes a short hop flight, like Taylor Swift going to visit Travis Kelce. As BLG finish off the day 3-0, EDG sadly puts a 1-2.